All right, we are going to do the second page of your 8.4 notes. The first thing you need to know before we do anything is you need to make sure that your calculator is in degree mode. To do that, you'll hit second, then mode, and then down here you see where it says degree. Most of the time our calculators will be on radian, so you just need to move it over until the degree is black colored and then hit the enter button. Once you do that, I want to show you the sine, cosine, and tangent buttons on your calculator. So when you are doing sine, cosine, and tangent, this is your sine button right here. So all I hit was sine, and then I typed the number 42 and hit enter, and it gave me the answer. If you want cosine, you hit cosine, whatever the number is you're trying to get cosine of, and you get an answer. Tangent, hit tangent, type the number in, hit enter. I want you to take a few minutes and do R6 in geometry on IXL. I just want you to get 50%. It's just practicing using sine, cosine, and tangent on your calculator. When you're done, we'll get to your 8.4 notes. Okay, this is the second page of your 8.4 notes. You need to remember our SOHCAHTOA. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. And tangent is opposite over adjacent. So if I have this, it says 28 degrees. Sorry, it's a bit blurry. Look at yours if you can't see it very well. That's my X, and this is a 19. Okay, so I'm looking at this angle right here. The information I am provided is the X, which is opposite the 28, and the 19, which I know is my hypotenuse. So if I have an O and an H, I'm going to be dealing with sine. So I'm going to set up an equation. The sine of, 28 is going to equal opposite X over hypotenuse 19. Now, all I have to do is solve this. Well, I got to get that 19 away, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 19. If you type in your calculator 19 times the sine of 28 and hit enter, the answer will just pop up. For number 5, I'm working with this 41-degree angle. So I know that, which the X, which that's going to be opposite the 41. And this 32 right here, that's adjacent. So I have an O and an A. When I have an O and an A, I know I'm dealing with tangent. So the tangent of 41 is going to equal O, that's my X, over my A, 32. Same thing I did on the other side. I'm going to multiply 32 times the tangent of 41. When I type that in my calculator, I get X is equal to 27.8. Let's keep going. Number 6. There's the angle I'm working on. This 26, he's across from the right angle, so that's our hypotenuse. This X is adjacent. So if I have an A and an H, that means this one's going to be cosine. So the cosine of 21 is going to equal A, X, over H, 26. Multiply both sides by 26. When I do that, you should get X equals 24.3. Number 7, I've got that angle right there. So that X, he is opposite. The 8 is adjacent. I have an O and an A, which means I'm looking for the tangent of 55 it's going to equal x over 8. I need you to solve this one on your own and tell me what x equals. For number 8, I'm dealing with the 33. The x is my hypotenuse. The 15 is my opposite. So that means I'm doing sine. So the sine of 33 equals opposite over hypotenuse. When I have the x on the bottom like that, I'm going to make that into a fraction so I can cross multiply. That gives me x times the sine of 33 equals 15. To get the x alone now, I'm going to divide this side by the sine of 33 and this side by the sine of 33. So when you type in your calculator 15 divided by the sine of 33, you're going to get x equals 27.5. Let's do this next one. 43. This is my hypotenuse because it's across from the right angle. And this is adjacent. So AH, I'm dealing with cosine. The cosine of 43 is going to equal A 36 over x. I'm going to make this into a fraction. Cross multiply. X times the cosine of 43 equals 36. Divide by the cosine of 43. Divide by the cosine of 43. And you will get x equals 49.2. Number 10. I am dealing with an opposite, adjacent. When I have an O and an A, that means I'm dealing with a tangent. The tangent of 72 equals opposite 25 over adjacent x. Make that into a fraction. Cross multiply. 25 equals x times the tangent of 72. Divide by the tangent of 72. That marks out. 25 divided by the tangent of 72. You will get 8.1. All right, this one. Let's see what I have. I have the hypotenuse, which is 11, and the adjacent, which is x. If I have an AH, I'm dealing with the cosine of 64 is going to equal AX over 11. I need you to solve this and tell me what x equals. All right, 12. Jake leaned a 12-foot ladder against his house. All right, there's Jake's house. We have a 12-foot ladder. If the angle formed by the ladder and the ground, so between the ladder and the ground, it's 68 degrees. How far from the base of the house did he place the ladder? So how far from here to here? That's what we're looking for. So let's pull this out as a right triangle, 68 degrees. I got a 12 here and an X here. So that's the triangle I'm dealing with. So this is my angle. If I'm looking, I have a hypotenuse and an adjacent. So I want you to take this information. Remember my SOHCAHTOA. So you'll take this triangle, figure out whether I have sine, cosine, or tangent, and write the equation and solve it. Let's look at the next one. A ramp is used to load suitcases on an airplane. All right. These are my suitcases. This is the back of the airplane. All right, so this is the ramp. A ramp is used to load suitcases on an airplane. The cargo door is 7 feet from the ground. So from the start here, it's 7 feet. And the angle formed by the end of the ramp and the ground, so that'd be that angle right there, says it's 25 degrees. How long is the ramp? So we want to know how long our ramp is. So I'm going to take this out of the lovely artwork I did. There's our right angle, 25, that's a 5. 25 degrees. There's our X, and this is a 7. So if this is my angle, I know this is the hypotenuse, and that one is the opposite. So use that information, SOHCAHTOA, to figure out how long the ramp is. When you're done with that, flip over to the 4th or 5th page to the word problems number 14 and 15. Okay, we have 2 more word problems for you to figure out on this page. A wire is attached from the top of a 30-foot telephone pole to a stake in the ground. All right, here's my telephone pole. It's 30 feet. And the wire, the angle formed by the wire and the pole. So this angle right there says it's 48 degrees. What's the length of the wire? So I'm trying to figure that out. So let's pull this out. Here's our triangle. This side's 30. I want 48 degrees right there, and that's my X. So if this is the angle I'm working with, I have a hypotenuse and an opposite. So use your SOHCAHTOA to write an equation and solve it for X. We'll do the same thing for 15. So an airplane climbs at an angle of 12 degrees with the ground. Find the horizontal distance it has to travel once it reaches an altitude of 500 feet. So here's my airplane. It wants to be 500 feet above the ground. So here's the ground. The airplane climbs at an angle of 12 degrees with the ground. So 12 degrees is there. And we want to know how far it's traveled, the horizontal distance. So that distance across the ground. So here's our triangle, right angle, 500, 12 degrees, and X. So if I'm working with that angle, my opposite is the 500, my adjacent is the X. So use that to solve how far the plane has traveled. Do the 6 problems I told you to do and take your notes. Thank you.